everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Confessions with Yoga the Biker. Today we have with us
Brandon Bicasso.
Hey, Brandon. So today you came out for...
Well, I came out for two reasons. I came out to ride with you.
Okay.
And Mr. 20 West. And
Hey.
also, I guess the big Mobb ride that we end up
We kind of had our own
participating in. We had our own
ride,
agenda,
so
right?
yeah.
So, yeah.
But you got to see a lot of the folks at the fan favorite Mobb ride, or the ATL Mobb ride,
Right.
that was sponsored at the Harley Davidson West Tower.
Mm-hmm.
So my first question I always ask people, what got you into riding?
What got me into riding? My uncle used to ride the bike that I actually currently ride.
Oh, okay.
But actually, no, let me dial back a little bit.
Okay.
He started riding the Honda Shadow.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, Unc, can you teach me how to ride? He was like, yeah, I'll take you, on some back roads and let you loose, because my mom didn't like me riding. But when I was like 12 or 13, I was into sports bikes.
Okay.
But as I got older, I realized like sports bikes are dangerous and the common misconception about them and everything. And then my uncle was like, well, I'm on the cruiser. I'll teach you how to ride a cruiser. I learned how to ride this Honda Shadow. And then got my first bike, which was a Suzuki M50. And then he ended up getting the bike that I have now, which is the M109. And that's how I ended up spiraling into the whole cruiser fad. But I've had sports bikes too, but my uncle taught me how to ride. Long story short.
Okay. So that is what got you into riding.
Mm-hmm.
What are the things that you enjoy about the bike life?
Well, there's a lot about the bike life. There's therapeutic reasons. There's the nature aspect of it, being outside, not being cooped up in the house all day.
Okay.
There's exploring, seeing new places, just meeting new people like you, Mr. West, everybody else that I met today. And it's just all about fellowship, like meeting different cultures, different bike lives. Like you have bike life, but different bike lives exist, right?
It's subcultures inside of subcultures within the bike life.
And for me today, like I really wanted to ride with you guys, and I came all the way from Alabama, and for me it was just meeting you guys for one, and also getting out the house and riding a big distance and getting out of my comfort zone and finding myself as a person and as a biker. And of course, meeting you guys and getting your energy and giving you guys my energy, and we got this one big thing going on. And just overall, it's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
When you open your mind about it and not kind of stay closed with it, and you just like, hey, I'm riding my bike, and you might see other bikers, and then you end up riding with them, and then next thing you know, time flies, right? So time flies when you're having fun, and this big passion, and all the love comes out of it, and then it changes you as a person, right?
Okay.
And it changed me for the better, and yeah, it's cool meeting other people that share that same thing.
This is true. Because like watching your videos, I get to see the different backgrounds of things that you do out in Alabama. You ride with different friends and your family. What are the type of things that you guys get into?
It kind of depends. So it really depends on the weekend.
Okay.
So in most cases, being that Montgomery is so small, it's not like Atlanta. You got these different sub-cities of Atlanta, because Atlanta's like huge. But in Montgomery, there's a lot of clubs and stuff around.
Okay.
But when I started out riding, I used to ride with a lot of different clubs. But now that I've gotten some miles under my belt, I've settled down to like a close-knit riding group. We mostly we'll do some out-of-city rides, but a lot of times it's just shooting the crap around town. But like today, for instance, I came further out because they couldn't make it with me. Okay. But I don't know. I'm trying to adventure a little bit more. But a lot of times I ride by myself. You might see me on a back road. You might see me doing some off-road stuff, shooting mud everywhere, doing burnouts in the mud. It kind of just depends, but a lot of times it's just a lot of different weekend rides, or I commute to work a lot. Try to get a lot of ride time in. But right now, this year, I wanted to branch out and do more bigger rides. So in July, I'll be riding I'll be flying to Cali. Picking up a bike while I'm out there, and riding through Death Valley, going to Vegas, and flying back. But I'm doing all of that in the weekend. Okay. So
it sounds like it's going to be a jam-packed weekend.
Yeah, it is. And then I come back here on August 3rd for this big Chase on Two Wheels event. Okay. So hopefully I'll be riding with you guys again around that time. We'll see how it happens. But big rides. More big rides.
Okay. Yeah, big rides are fun. It just depends on like who you're riding with, and that's what I had made a vlog earlier about the different events, whether it's a small group or a big group, like just making sure you riding with someone that I guess you're comfortable riding with.
Everybody doesn't ride the same.
This is so true, which is why we were kind of like, we do want to do the Mobb ride, but we don't.
Mobb rides get a little aggressive. Like, you got so many different people and different riding abilities, and different skill levels. Some people there, some people speed, some people stunt. People have never been in a stunt ride. They might get in the way of the stunters when they have the whole lane clear. You just never know what happens at a Mobb ride.
Yes.
But it's always interesting to get on camera. But I'm glad we decided to do this because I feel like it's
a little
lot more
adventure,
fun and a lot more personal than a big Mobb ride with a bunch of people, and it's a lot safer actually.
So as you're talking about the different riding groups, you're saying, what is it that do you enjoy doing more solo rides, or do you like to do like some type of, it sounds like you like doing the smaller group rides?
It depends on the day.
Okay.
I'm not close to just riding by myself, riding with a small group or a big group. I just like to have fun, and I like to be safe.
Okay.
Like the people that I ride with in my videos, for instance, they're close-knit family. Like my uncle, we got other people that are in our call them family pretty much.
Okay.
And we've been riding together so long that it's second nature for me to just jump in a group ride with them. Now, if I come out here, of course, as you meet new people, you try to fill out how they ride. Like for instance, Mr. 20 West didn't know that I could split lanes. Yep. So that's just something that comes with the territory. And it's plus safer. You drop back, you don't ride full skill level until you figure out how people ride. But
True.
I have been in Mobb rides before. On my cruiser, and I have done some stunt rides with some other people, but I'm not really a stunner. But I will definitely participate in group rides as long as nobody's doing nothing crazy or bobbing, weaving in and out of traffic. But
okay,
I'll ride with anybody. It just depends on the day and how far it is. So.
All right. Well, to close out our interview, I always ask what kind of bike, or we already talked about the bike. So 2 things. What, if any, will be your next bike?
Oh, well, my situation is a little complicated.
Okay.
So, back in October of 2018, I wrecked one of my bikes. And that was an Indian Scout Bomber. Right now I ride a Suzuki M109R 2007. Okay. I had that bike well before I had the Bomber. But my nature is more cruiser-oriented or touring and bagger-oriented, but I have had naked bikes, and I had sports bikes. I had an FC07, I had a Suzuki GSX S1000, and I also had a Jitzer 600 at one point.
Okay.
So now I'm leaning more towards the bagger because I like the more comfort doing longer rides. But I'm also leaning more towards naked bikes again because my cruisers can do bagger things. Like today, for instance, I rode from Montgomery to Atlanta. That's a 2.5-hour ride. And I put after this weekend will conclude, that'll be over 500 miles.
Okay.
So, long story short, my next bike may be a bagger.
Okay.
And it may be a cruiser. I don't know. But it's going to be an Indian.
Okay.
I love Indian.
Hey.
I love Indian.
And my final question, what advice would you give any rider, whether they're a beginner rider, someone that's wanting to get into riding, or someone that's experienced? What advice would you give to those that's out in the community or want to join the community?
That wants to join into the riding community or to do riding? I would say there's a right and a wrong way to start out, but honestly, it just depends on you as a person. When I started out riding, again, I started out on a back road on a bike. I was turned loose. Certain people have different motor skills. They have different experience levels versus somebody that may not, I guess, have that experience. So the best thing to do would be to start off on a motorcycle course. It may not be, I guess, a smaller bike or riding with, you probably want to ride with gear. Yeah, you want to. Anyway, starting out, you really want to do a motorcycle safety course.
Okay.
Like, it's not anything about an ego or somebody telling you you can't do it. It's just, it's safer to do it that way. Plus, you get insurance discounts when you do the motorcycle safety course.
This is
for
true.
Me, for instance, I started out riding on the street. When I got my first bike, I literally bought it that same day and went out on the street and rode. And then later on, when I had miles on my belt, I went back and got my motorcycle endorsement. And then later on, I went and did the motorcycle safety course. So everybody's on a different path. You can do it many different ways, but of course the safest way to do it would be to do a motorcycle safety course, and of course have motorcycle gear. And as far as bike size, you're gonna hear many different things about it, but I recommend starting out small.
Okay.
But the thing with older bikes is that you can't down tune power. So for instance, on newer bikes, you got different power modes. So if you had a 1000cc bike, for instance, or 600cc bike, you can actually probably turn down the level of the power, so it may not actually run like a 600. So there are things like the old saying goes, start off small and build your way up. But of course, you got to sell the bike. You got to buy another one. This is a whole big process versus getting a newer bike or a more powerful bike, kind of growing into it. But the thing with that is, when you start off on bigger bikes, do you really actually learn how to fully master that bike? So when you get a fast bike, the one thing you're trying to do is try not to kill yourself.
Yes.
Try not to whiskey throttle or go too fast on it, versus having a smaller bike and you can ring it out and there's really no consequences to it, right? So it kind of depends, but for me, I would start off on a smaller bike, start off on a safety course, do it the right way, get the fundamentals down, versus starting off on something bigger, not doing the motorcycle safety course, and then now you're trying to break old habits or bad habits as you go along. So, yeah.
Well, you're not the only one that have given that advice, so it sounds like it's good, solid advice right there. But
like, you don't go out and buy a Lamborghini as your first sports car, or at least most people do.
Or as your first car.
Or your first car. You got to start off small. So you just got to work your way up. Because motorcycling is a lifestyle. It's not like something short. Like once you get into motorcycling, like you're pretty much gonna be stuck on it. So you might as well do it the right way and do it the safest way possible, so you don't get hurt.
Okay. Well, great advice. Thank you again, Brandon, for participating in the Confessions with the Yoga the Biker.
Thank you for the invite.
And is there anything as far as any social media or anything that you would want people to watch or stay tuned to?
You can find me on YouTube at Brandon Bicasso, kind of like Picasso but with a B.
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram at Brandon Bicasso as well. So.
All right. There you go, guys.
Peace and love and hat grease.
All right. And until next time, everyone, love, light, and positive vibes. We're out.